Hey guys, I just finished this playthrough of Grunt's Recruit mission. As I mentioned before, I record afterwards, but I'll be posting this beginning. And this is the build. I'll call it the controller build, which I'll explain why, and which I'll explain very soon why I'm calling it a controller build. Inspired by Oni Ganon, I think his name is, who, and I'll show you what I mean by controller. The last build was, of course, this is an infiltrator. Let me show you what I have. So squad disruptor is just whatever, but squad cryo is the keys you saw. Everyone's using, including Shepard. Everything is different to the eliminator build, with the exception of assassination cloak. But because I think that the extra 2 seconds are not on the cloak are not worth it, and I'd rather have plus 35% damage. Apart from that, every incineration blast, area of effect, agent for increased duration and cooldowns, and neural shockwave, which is really fun. I think it goes quite well role-playing wise, conceptually, with the controller. This is what I'm going to be calling this build. Yeah, so you see what I do with this build is basically you rely heavily on squad cryo, along with neuro shock and shockwave, and basically, you're stripping away the defenses as fast as possible, and then you're freezing the targets, which either will incapacitate them if you can't reach them for a while, which is good because they won't be shooting at you, or they'll be taking, I think it's double damage to frozen targets. And yeah, this was inspired by Oni Ganon. Yeah, who there are a bunch of videos he has, which I think he calls aggressive infiltration. I'm trying to remember, but anyway, I've always played aggressive with the infiltrator. But this, you see, it's a different build to my other build, the eliminator. I like both a lot, I have to say. Same equipment basically. The headgear, the visor, because I like the visor. It looks cool, and the shoulder pads, and to maximize melee damage. The two major differences, apart from the actual powers, that I'm going for more duration and cooldown as opposed to pure damage and power. The major difference is the fact that I'm using the Viper and the Scimitar. In my other build is kind of the whole concept of the build is as much weapon damage, as much ammo power damage as possible, and hence both my meat and drink for these kinds of builds. The shotgun and the Viper, respectively, the Claymore and the Widow, are both one-shot, in my opinion, one-shot, one-kill weapons. And it goes really well with an Eliminator build because everything is geared to dealing out as much damage as possible. With this build, because you don't have the maximized damage, your ammo powers are not going to benefit because you don't have that plus 15% power damage, etc., and so on and so forth. If I'm not going to have a one-shot, one-kill weapon, I want something that's really powerful. I'll get to the Viper in a second as a final point. So I take the Scimitar. If I'm not going to use the Claymore, I'm going to use the Scimitar. I'll tell you why. Because I like the Claymore. It's my favorite shotgun, and by far my favorite gun in the game. One shot, one kill. It's beautiful, especially when you have nice Inferno ammo. But anyway, but barring that, I think the Scimitar is the best choice for this build because there's a lot of synergy with the Viper. They're both the rapid-fire weapons. One's a rapid-fire sniper rifle, one's a rapid-fire shotgun. And the Scimitar is very forgiving. I think this build is not about maximizing damage. It's more about sort of controlling, incapacitating, and then killing them. So it's okay with this. If you miss a couple of shots with a Scimitar, you're still going to be okay because, well, the Scimitar is very forgiving. You have 8 rounds per clip, and you have a whole ton of load of ammo. I didn't have the upgrade for the double ammo capacity yet, but still. So, and I used it quite effectively here, I think. So yeah, if I'm not going to get a one-shot, one-kill, and if you miss with a Claymore, yeah, you have the reload trick, but it's deadly. Especially as an Infiltrator, you don't have defenses. All you have is Cloak, and once your Cloak wears off, you have to run away, unless you want to die. And if you look in the Eliminator video, I think there's 1 or 2 cases where I actually miss with my Claymore because the enemies were on the move or whatever, and I just have to run for cover because I have no options. This is more forgiving. Even if Cloak wears off, you can blast through. And finally, the most beautiful thing about all shotguns, with the exception of the Geth Pulse Shotgun, which I'll talk about why I'm not using it, is it's 8 pellets per shotgun. So if all 8 pellets hit, especially at close range, and it gets through shields, whatever defenses, even if it just gets through just minimal, gets a little bit into the health, there is basically a 90% chance they're going to be frozen. That is the nature of the pellets fired from a shotgun. So that's of a tremendous advantage, especially with a rapid fire weapon such as the scimitar, which I think it's the best choice for this build. And then the Viper. I was really shocked how much I enjoyed using the Viper for the Infiltrator. I've never used it before. I've always thought the Infiltrator is a one-shot, sort of one-kill kind of class, but it's super fun. And once again, it's very forgiving, and I think that's great. What I like for the Eliminator build, I take Assassin, and you have the maximize time dilation on Sniper slowdown, 60%. And with this, you get the 50%, whatever. But the thing is, if you miss, you're still good. If you miss with the Widow, or the Mantis for that matter, you're screwed. I mean, you're not screwed. Potentially, assuming you're far away, you're not going to die, but you've wasted a shot. With this, it's okay if you miss. I mean, I try not to miss, but because it has such a high clip capacity and overall ammo capacity, the Viper is a lot of fun. Well, whether it's actually a sniper rifle or not, I don't know, but I mean, it's debatable, right? It doesn't feel like a sniper rifle sometimes, but it's still great. I think it works really well with this build, and there's a lot of synergy between, say, the scimitar and the the Viper. And yeah, so they're both rapid fire sniper rifle shotgun kind of thing. And of course, as opposed to my other video, I didn't use it once, my submachine gun. I used my submachine gun a fair amount here, and that's because this is not a damage build. This is not the Eliminator build. This is not one shot, one kill, both of which the Claymore and the Widow are ideal for. No, this is more incapacitating your enemy, and I think the submachine gun works quite well at medium range. So as opposed to, in my other video, you saw kind of a range between either far away or reasonably far away sniper rifle, or at medium range, pull out the shotgun, run in close, and I'm kind of, I think there's a clear division between sniper rifle at long range, submachine gun at medium range, and shotgun at very close range. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and there will be more videos forthcoming of these two different builds as I explore them more and more, and thank you for watching. I appreciate my audience very much. Oh, and finally, let me say why I'm not using the Geth Pulse Shotgun. I know it has this exploit you can use with the charge. I don't like the Geth Pulse. I don't like it. It's not a shotgun. I think they should call it the Geth Pulse Shooter or Blaster. It doesn't feel right. One thing that doesn't work very well with Squad Cryo because it doesn't have pellets. It has 9 sort of gobbles of blasting energy. So I don't like the Geth Pulse Shotgun. I guess it might work well for an engineer or something. I don't know. I'm not really a fan overall. It doesn't feel like a shotgun. I want a shotgun to be a close range weapon with lots of pellets, and that's why I don't like using it. Anyway, I thought I'd just say that, and yes, once again, thank you for watching.